Good evening. Welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program tonight. We love to hear from you either by phone or by email. There's an email address. It's keneckleslive@gmail.com. There's also a telephone number up there that you can call, and that line is open right now. So you can give us a call or send us an email if you'd like to take part in tonight's edition of Star Talk, and we hope that you will. We'd love to hear from you. Had an emailer scolding me. But people are always scolding me for one thing or another. And that's fine. I deserve to be scolded from time to time. But the emailer says, Ken, I think you're doing a serious disservice to all of your viewers by touting the Old Farmer's Almanac as a reliable source of weather information, which it is not. Any reasonable person can understand that whoever writes the Old Farmer's Almanac, they simply look at the regular weather patterns for summer, spring, fall, and winter. It's all 4 seasons. And they just write a meaningless and generalized description of what happens with the weather in the various seasons with no actual forecasting at all. And I, for one, believe that you owe it to the public to acknowledge that the Old Farmer's Almanac is not a reliable source of weather forecasting, and I believe you should stop promoting it as such. Thank you very much for your attention to this matter. You know, that's what they say, isn't it? When they send you an invoice, a bill that you haven't paid yet, at the end it always says, thank you for your attention to this matter. So there we are. What must I say? Folks, pretty much everything that the emailers said is correct. And I thought, and sometimes I think, and I get in trouble by thinking things. I thought that probably everyone understood that when I say my only source of information about the weather is the Old Farmer's Almanac, I thought it was probably clear to everyone that was not an entirely serious assertion on my part, and that I, in fact and in truth, do simply have some fun talking about the Old Farmer's Almanac. But since it appears that not everyone has grasped that, let me go ahead to say I do not purport to present to you the Old Farmer's Almanac as the most reliable or even really a reliable source of weather forecasting. I do not recommend that you plan your daily activities or your weekly activities or even your yearly activities based on the forecasts contained in the Old Farmer's Almanac. Okay, does that cover it? Everybody? I guess that takes care of it. And as far as I don't think anything more needs to be said about that. Here is a prediction for Indy this weekend, and I will reveal it to you in a moment. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good evening to you, Ken.
Good evening.
It's not generally my gut to defend people, but I have to in this case, sir.
All right, go ahead.
To the emailer, if you watched last night's broadcast, you will notice that Mr. Eccles struggled mightily to contain his mirth and to shield us from the smile that was breaking out all over his face when he was talking to us about the forecast in the almanac. And for what it's worth, I dug mine out just to check his facts anyway. But Ken, at the end of the day, we all know that the Weather Channel's available, the news is available, there are other sources available. Everybody knows when they call on you and asking you that question that it's meant simply as mirth.
Okay, thank you. I hope that I have not at any time led you to stumble into disaster by encouraging you to take the forecast seriously from the old Farmer's Almanac.
For what it's worth, Ken, I initially wondered why folks were even calling you asking that particular question. And then it occurred to me that it was more for entertainment value than anything else anyway.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I apologize to those others. If there are other people out there, if there's like legions of folks out there who also think that I am committing a disservice by referring to the old Farmer's Almanac, then my apologies to everyone.
For what it's worth, my final thought was I was impressed with your ability to moderate your humor and your smile last night when you were delivering that. You almost pulled that off with a straight face. Thank you, Ken. Have a good evening.
Well, thank you. Thank you for calling. And I do appreciate that. Because I don't want to be, I don't want to become like mired in controversy. Nobody likes to be mired in controversy, and certainly I'm no different on that count. So let's let the caller's statement be the statement of record regarding the old Farmer's Almanac. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ken.
And good evening to you.
Yes. What was my pick for the next race?
You don't remember?
No, I forgot to write it down. Nobody's here to do my dirty work.
Oh, so your people did not write that down for you. Your pick for Indy is the 11, Denny Hamlin.
No, I think it was the number 1 for the next race.
Oh,
the
yeah,
watermelon.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm looking at last week. It's a good thing you checked on it. I'm looking at last week. Your pick is the number 1, the Watermelon Man.
Yes, I'm looking for a watermelon to bust a watermelon this year.
I was driving. I thought about him today. Where was I going today? I forget. I was pulling into a parking lot somewhere, and there was a piece of broken watermelon on the pavement there in the parking lot, and I wondered if Ross Chastain had been to town.
Could have been. We'll never know.
Never know.
Yep. Well, you're not on a dabble tonight. Charles is having problems, and I'm not going to scold him for problems he can't fix so far.
What problems? What sort of problems is he having? I don't want to ridicule him. I'm just, interested. What problems is he having?
Well, you're not on in Danville. We're looking at some stripes.
Some stripes. Okay.
Yeah, like blue, red, purple, green.
Wow. Sounds like he's kind of trying to cover the spectrum there. That's good. Did I ever appear last night in Danville on your television?
No, you didn't.
Okay, and you watch on cable, is that right?
Yes, I watch on
Xfinity cable. So you never saw me last night, and tonight you're just seeing a colorful display of stripes on your screen.
Yeah, but most likely I'm watching the number 1 show right now. Your show, it's on Xfinity, the number 1 cable show.
Okay, but if I don't understand. You're watching me, but I thought you said you couldn't see me.
Well, no, you're the number 1 show. You're on on time, but I just can't see you tonight.
Okay, I'm on, but you just can't see us. Okay.
Right.
I think,
I can, but we need to get Charles to work on that because I texted him early today. All I heard was he has some different I had to watch him on Facebook.
oh, so you couldn't even see him on TV today.
No, it was on for a few minutes, but it went back out.
All right. Well, it's a complicated business and things go wrong, but I'm sure Charles will figure it all out in the fullness of time.
Yes. Well, right now I can't really vent because I can't, hear the callers when I vent. So I'll probably vent tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
Bye, sir.
Oh, I had to mention, that reminds me, I need to mention something. I will not be on tomorrow night, and I'll tell you why. I have friends coming to town that I have not seen in a very long time. Don't know if I'll ever see them again. And because of that, I won't be doing the show live tomorrow night. So those of you who make your race picks live on the air need to get that done tonight. Most of the people who have not picked yet are people who send me emails, so it won't affect those picks. But if you normally make your pick on the air and you haven't done so yet, you need to do that, please, tonight. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing tonight, Ken?
I'm fine. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Listen, I'd like to change my pick if I could, my number.
Okay, you had the 11. What do you want to change to?
The 45.
All right, Mr. Pelham scratches the 11 and changes to the 45. It's in the book. What, any particular reason? Would you like to let us in on your reason for that?
Well, it's just part of my strategy. Same people are picking the same number. I can't pick up more points than I need, if that makes sense.
Well, that makes perfectly good sense. If everybody picks the same driver, nobody gains any ground. So yeah, that's a good strategy. So certainly, it's a good idea. We'll see how it works out.
Right. I see that Charles is watching you on the radio tonight again.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he even has radio tonight. I don't think he can even hear us. So
I think he can hear you. I think he can hear you. He just can't see you.
Oh, okay. Well, I missed that part of it. Well, then I'll just pretend I'm on radio again. Charles, it's 82 degrees at 10 minutes after 7. So there's radio.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Farmer's Almanac, Ken, I thought you were serious as a heart attack, man. I know this is not a sports show, but, it is what it is.
No, you didn't. See, now, by saying that, you're just going to get me back in trouble when you say that.
I don't want to do that, Ken. You do enough of that yourself. You do.
Well, yes, I do. I do that. But in fact, I'm not going to say anything else about it right now because whatever I say will just cause more trouble.
Right. So what do you think is going to happen to this Trump-Steen gate situation we got going on here? I see Johnson done put everybody on vacation so they can't take a vote on it. And, this guy wants to...
Couple of
Go ahead,
things
I'm sorry.
Going on. Obviously, the Republicans don't want to vote on this. The Democrats, now we're just getting into pure politics. Now, the Democrats would like to make the Republicans vote every day from now until the 2006 elections on this, just for political purposes. Obviously, the Republicans don't want to do that. So, as you say, Speaker Johnson adjourned the House early today so that there would not be another vote on releasing the Epstein files. So the House is out until September. I don't think they come back until September now. So what the Republicans hope most for, and naturally they hope it'll all just blow over between now and September. I don't know if it will. So toward that end, the Justice Department is now sending someone to talk to Ghislaine Maxwell, who is the only person of all of this stuff, the only person to be held legally accountable for any of this has been Ghislaine Maxwell, who is now in prison for 20 years. So they're going to go talk to her. This is after having said there's nothing to any of this and we need to forget about it. Now they're going to go talk to Ghislaine Maxwell and I assume offer her a chance to get out of prison without serving her sentence if she will say some of the things they would like her to say about the Epstein files. So that's what's going on now.
Or not mention Trump's name in any shape, form, or fashion.
Well, I mean, obviously they will say, Ghislaine, we're going to let you out of jail, even though we've said dozens of times that you will serve your entire sentence. We will let you out of jail if you will say, they'll probably hand her a printed statement of some sort. If you will swear to this, you get out of jail. Now, you know, we just have to wait and see on what comes out of that.
Right. I mean, that's exactly the same way I'm looking at it too, Ken. So, you know, that everybody wants to be so transparent. It seems like the more the information what they want to put out, the less we're going to find out in the situation. So, you know,
government,
I think it's
government does not exist to inform people. I mean, no government exists to inform. Government exists to influence what we think. And by if they're just going to hand out facts every day, they'd have trouble influencing what we think. That's not what government does. I wish it did. And we've even passed laws. We've passed like freedom of information laws to force the government to be forthcoming about stuff. And it's worked to some extent, but not entirely. The government is just not an honest institution.
It is not, Ken. It never has been, and it never will be. You know,
it's not in the government's interest, to be honest.
No, it's not. That's exactly right. And you know, here we go back. I still say, and I'll go to McGray saying this: politics would be a whole lot better off if there were no parties at all, just individuals running for office. Period. You know.
Yeah, well, that's how most of the founders saw it, but that's not what we did.
No, there's too much money made otherwise, Ken, on this campaign or that campaign or influencing and lobbyists and whatever. You know, the money couldn't be made without two separate parties or more, you know?
Yep. That's, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yep. All right, Ken, enjoy your company and have a great weekend, man.
Well, thanks for calling. Phone line is open if you'd like to give us a call. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. Wait a minute, we had a pick for Indy that I was supposed to read. Now forgot to read it. Let's read it. Ken, after much consideration and thought, which I try to avoid as much as possible, I have decided to choose the number 5, Mr. Kyle Larson, for the win. By the way, this is Mr. Leaksville. Mr. Leaksville has the 5 for Indy in the book. Hi, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, early bird, how are you doing?
All right, what place am I in now?
Well, let's see. Let me run my finger down the list here. You're number 6. You got 37. First place has 40. You have 37. So you're 3 points out of first place in number 6.
I'm in 6th place.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Where they racing at?
They're racing at Indianapolis this coming weekend.
I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, what do you think about them wanting to change it, Coca-Cola to cane sugar, President Trump does?
I don't know. Well, I don't think a whole lot about it. I mean, It had cane sugar in it forever, and it was good. If it has cane sugar in it again, it'll be good. Whether they do it or not, I guess I don't really feel strongly about it one way or another. What do you
I
think?
thought they said it was. I thought they said it was corn syrup in it right now.
Oh, that's right. That's what they use right now is corn syrup. And I mean, it tastes okay to me, but cane sugar probably would taste a little bit better. Um,
It tastes different. I bought one up at that Mexican restaurant over behind the old Winn-Dixie.
yeah.
They do taste different.
Oh, they taste different. There's no doubt about
Yeah.
that. Um,
Yeah.
and again, when you put your peanuts in there, you're not getting exactly the same taste you used to get with your Coke
I
and
know.
peanuts. But
I hope they
you know,
don't.
if they, I'll tell you the honest truth. Here's the honest truth. I drink now the Diet Coke anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if the cane
Yeah.
sugar goes back in there, it won't affect my experience. But if somebody else enjoys cane sugar, then let them have it. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Well, I hope I mean, like I said, I drunk one up at that Mexican place, but it's been a while. But well, it is what it is. One thing I can say.
Well, what's going on, if anything, with your medicine?
I just sent me that one bill, and I ain't heard no. I don't know, Ken. I'm just, I just don't know. I just don't know. I can't afford to pay them that.
Okay,
I
so you're
can't-
still
I
waiting to
can't
hear
do it.
from the nurse in Greensboro.
Well, I just don't know how I got from Pfizer to Optima. That's what I can't understand. I believe it was a scam or something. Anyway, like I said, I was talking to people I couldn't even understand, and the same questions over and over and over and over. Same stuff. Wife sat at that table and listened to it. Same thing. Finally got one woman that was American that spoke and told me that I was on the program and I was supposed to be getting it free. And then somehow or another I get a phone call from Optima and all this, and this guy, I can't hold on. So I said, look, I can't afford it. I can't afford $2,000 for 30 pills a month. I said, I can't afford it. I said, the only way I can go if it's free. And he said it was free. I said, it's going to be free. He said, yeah. I said, yeah, okay. And that's where they sent me one bottle and then sent me a bill about a week and a half later for $2,000.
After they told you on the phone that it would be no charge.
Yeah, the woman that was American that I could understand and talk to, why sit her there and listen to us while we talk? I said, I was on that program, I was on the program to get help, to get that medicine. Then somehow I don't know, these foreigners on this phone, you can't understand nothing. And they said, yes, it's free, it's free, it's free. And I said, okay. That's it.
I wish I could figure it out.
I wish I could get some. I don't know what to do, Ken. I don't know to call it. News 2 and talk to Kevin Kennedy or what. I don't know what.
It wouldn't
I'll
hurt.
find out when they keep sending me a bill. If they keep sending me a bill, I'm like, I ain't gonna be able to pay it, Ken.
I'll tell you the truth, Early Bird. Calling News 2 might not be a bad idea.
I know it, and I don't know how to go about it, but I'll find somebody to give me the number, and maybe I can get in touch with Kevin Kennedy if they give me a runaround. But ain't no way I can't. I didn't sign no papers. All I done was talk to them on the phone.
Okay.
And I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand nothing that the foreigner said. I talked to 5 different foreign people. Same thing over and over and over. Same thing. You couldn't understand
All right.
nothing.
Well, now let me ask you this. So before you were getting it direct from Pfizer. Do I understand that right?
That's right. I was getting $1,000. I was on a program to help me get it because it's so expensive. I didn't have to pay nothing. Zero.
So that's something
Zero.
drug companies do that in certain cases. So Pfizer then is the maker, and they were providing you with the medicine, and now it's coming from who again?
Optima, or some kind of insurance fund. I don't know. I don't know how that.
Now you're getting it through an insurance company and not getting it from Pfizer.
Yeah, through my whatever, through my insurance, whatever, and then, but I can't afford that. I can't afford it. I can't do it. I just ain't got it.
Okay. Do you have is that Medicare Part C? Is that the Medicare drug plan?
I don't know, Ken, nothing about this.
Are you over 65?
Yeah, I'm 60 now. I'll be 70 in November.
Okay, then that's probably one of the Medicare drug plans.
Uh-huh.
Is almost certainly what that is, and now it's coming through them instead of coming from the manufacturer. And I hate to keep asking you stuff that you probably already answered. Did you
Yeah, that's all
call?
right.
Did you call Medicare?
Medicare. Yeah, my Medicare, my card on the back of my card. Yeah, I had to call that number, ID number.
And what did they say?
I called. Like I said, I got a foreigner. I don't know.
You got a foreigner when you called Medicare?
I think so. Ken. Might have got that woman that said I was supposed to be on the program getting it free.
All right.
I think it was that woman when I called that insurance.
Okay, then if I were you, I'd call Medicare back. I know you're sick of calling people. Why don't you call Medicare again, and you tell them again everything that has happened, and maybe they can help you figure it out. Because this is it sounds like this is a Medicare drug plan.
Yeah, I believe I was scammed. I believe somebody done scammed me or something.
Well, if you were, then Medicare needs to know about that too. So I would call Medicare back tomorrow.
When he said it was free, I said, "Yeah, I'll take it if it's free." I said, "But I can't afford no $2,000 a month." He said, "No, it's free." And then I get a bill.
Well, call
So
Medicare.
I'm paying another bill. I'm paying another bill right now. I think it was $2 or something. I had to send them Medicare.
Right.
$2 something, and I don't even know what my diazepam's on there for anyway. I mean, I've been going up there eating drugs, getting my diazepam, paying $8 myself. I don't know why they sending me a bill for that, and I think it's coming from Optima, saying I'm on them like one was 77 cents, another was $2 or something.
Well, here's what it sounds like to me, and I might be completely wrong, but here's my guess at what has happened. You have the Medicare Part C drug coverage, and it sounds like your insurance company has been changed. Either they've put you with a different insurance company, or the insurance company has changed its policy on covering this medicine. But I think the only place you're going to have a chance to figure it out is talking to Medicare. I believe that's who you need to talk to.
Yeah, well, I'll try to call. I mean, I'll call them on and let my wife talk to them and everything, because I don't understand what they're saying. I just don't understand. I mean, I just don't understand it. Just don't understand it.
Call Medicare. Call Medicare.
Who was the first? Go ahead, Ken. Tell me. I'm going to call them. Yeah, I am going to call them. I'm going to call them.
All right. No, all right. That's all I was going to say. So you go ahead.
Okay. What's the top 5 drivers come in last week?
The top 5 drivers last week.
The race we just had.
Well, Hamlin won the race.
Hamlin won.
Hamlin won the race. Who finished second? Alex Bowman finished third. Who finished second last week?
It might have been Bale. No, it wasn't Bale.
No, the 4 finished second.
Yeah.
Last week.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna just go ahead and take Chase Elliott.
Okay. Chase Elliott for Indianapolis. That's probably a good choice. I'll put it in the book.
Yeah. Okay, Ken. I thank you, buddy. I was gonna take Joey Logano. I was thinking about him.
Well, yeah.
I'm thinking about you. I'll tell you what. Just put me down, Joey Logano.
Scratch Elliott and the 22. You have the 22 now. That's in the book.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Joey Logano to see what happens.
All right. Well,
Ken, I'll get off the phone and let somebody else call in.
Okay. Well, thanks
It's
for
good
calling.
talking to you, and I'll watch your program tomorrow.
Thanks. Good luck.
See you, buddy.
Good
Bye.
luck. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Ken. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right, thank you. Actually, I'm lying, but nobody.
Well,
I'm lying.
somebody
That's
cares. Somebody cares.
No one cares. No, my dog does.
Oh, your dog always cares.
Yeah, she's over here trying to get me to play with her now. I get on the phone. She gets her pulley ball and tries to get me to play with her. She losing my attention when I get on the phone.
Yeah, well, what?
No,
Okay.
I talked with Early Bird yesterday,
Okay.
and I explained to him that Pfizer's filing bankruptcy, and it's possible that other company is taking over what Pfizer was doing. And it's all in a situation now. I was in the class action lawsuit against Pfizer for opioid addiction,
Right.
which I was on for 10 years steady from my back surgeon doctor.
Yeah.
And, so I got in on the class action lawsuit, and then we lost in the Supreme Court. It was overruled in the Supreme Court that we didn't win. But now Pfizer filing bankruptcy. I got a brand new email from them yesterday stating, here it is from Piper Wolf. That's my attorneys. Purdue bankruptcy proposed settlement information. Blah blah blah. In the Purdue okay, hang on. There's now a proposed Purdue bankruptcy plan that includes funds to compensate those injured by Purdue's opioid medications who have filed proof of claims in the bankruptcy. Wait a minute. Okay, doggone it. Summary. The terms described. Well, this is what it amounts to. It even tells me how much money I will get. I'm looking for where it says about Pfizer, but it's the whole company, not just Pfizer. I can't. It's a long thing from these attorneys, and I hadn't even completely read it.
Now they're
but that's what it amounts to. I do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They're filing Chapter 11, isn't that right?
Well, yeah, they told me here on this they're filing bankruptcy, and we have a claim in for whatever, I don't know, like 50 million people probably, and we'll get somewhere between $20,000 and $50,000 a piece. Well, that's not very much really for 10 years of your life put in that situation, but
No, it's not.
it is what it is. But like Early Bird said, it is what it is. But cane sugar come out in Coca-Cola in the beginning.
Right, I know.
With cocaine in it.
With cocaine.
Real
Yeah,
cocaine.
They're not going to put the cocaine back, though.
Oh, man, I was going to get me a box of it. I'm kidding. I'm afraid my heart would blow up. My pacemaker would blow up.
Yeah, it's time to let that alone.
Yeah. Oh, good gosh, man, a future past. Anyway, the reason they wanted to put the cane sugar back in because the high fructose corn syrup, as you know, is so unhealthy.
Yeah.
Pure cane sugar is much more healthy. It's much more healthy than the high fructose corn syrup.
The corn syrup is also cheap, and you make more money.
Right.
And that's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first reason, was to make more money.
Well, that's why they put it in there instead of cane sugar, to make more money. But now this health kick from RFK is, a lot of the companies are taking the dyes out of their food, Fruit Loops and people, just a lot of companies, and Mars, they've all agreed to take the coloring out, let it be their natural color. And so they're progressing right along with trying to be healthy. We've been doing it all our lives, eating it all our lives.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing with cane sugar is if Coke puts, and I don't know, I'll say right up front, I don't know the answer to this question. All I know is the question. If Coke starts putting cane sugar back in there, do they have to raise the price to pay for the cane sugar?
I can't answer that either. I don't know. I haven't looked at the difference in the cost of the two items, in bulk or consume, whatever way you'd look it up. In many ways you can word it. But I'll try to look it up and see what the difference is in the price of cane sugar and fructose corn syrup.
I have a feeling
if you're on the
cane
market-
sugar costs more. Just a feeling.
Probably does. Yeah, it probably does, because high fructose corn syrup is so plentiful and easy to squeeze out that corn.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of corn growing out there.
Sure is. And anyway, all right, doggone, it seems like everybody want to pick the same one also every week. But last time I tried to go with somebody off the wall like Jones, he didn't even finish the race.
He went off the wall.
Yeah, he went off the wall. That's good. That's pretty good there. I saw this old woman. I'll tell you, this is really funny. I saw this really old woman the other evening at Walmart was getting bananas. Looking at all the bananas, Ken, they all look kind of dirty. They look gray. I didn't look plumb good in yellow. They didn't look pretty. I told that old woman, I said, I'm saying old woman, but I told that old woman, I said, these bananas sure do look dirty, don't you think so? She said, I don't plan to eat the outside.
Well, that's one.
Yes, ma'am.
That's one for her.
Well, I said, yes, ma'am. I thought that was good.
Yeah, most people just pull that part right off.
Yep. Some people used to fry them up.
Oh, some people.
I never did.
Hey, wait. You
Yeah.
remember? You remember when people used to put banana peels in the oven and then sniff them and try to get high?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, people used to roll them up and smoke them and stuff.
I'm proud to say I never fell for that one.
Me too, Ken. I never tried a banana peel. Now, I did try some rabbit tobacco on the side of the road one day, but that didn't work either.
Oh, I had a lot of rabbit tobacco when I was a kid, but no, it didn't.
Did you smoke it?
Yeah, we used to roll it up in newspaper. Now, how about that? We'd roll it up in newspaper. I don't know why we didn't set ourselves on fire, but that's what we did, rabbit tobacco.
Me and my buddy was riding down the road one day on our motorcycle. And I told him, I said, pull over here. We pulled over. There's a big patch of rabbit tobacco growing beside the telephone pole. We rolled up a big old fat one, green, and we both got sick as dogs.
Yeah, it doesn't do you any good at all, really.
Nope, no, we really don't. All right, Ken.
Thanks for calling.
Oh, I'm ruined right now.
Oh, are you?
I'm hooked on the Andy's Whataburger, and I can't get off my mind with the taste, and I can't duplicate it. And they don't have no more.
You can't get it. Yeah, that's awful to need it, and
Was
you
there-
just cannot get it.
Was there a special sauce on it or something?
I don't know what they put on there. I don't know. All I remember, and somebody might remember it better than I do. All I remember is pickle. I'd get pickle, and I'd get ketchup, and I'd get mustard, all on there at the same time. If there's anything else
Yeah.
special in there, don't know what it was. I just know it was good the way I ordered it.
Yeah, I don't remember how I ordered. I just eating them and being young, and my goodness. All right, have a good night, Ken. Take
Okay.
care.
Thanks for calling. Yep, eating Whataburger and being young, two things we remember that we can no longer accomplish, but that's how life goes, isn't it? So let's check email over here. I think we got another indie pick, I believe. All right, hang on. I messed that one up. This one says, "Hey Ken, not on either." So somebody from Martinsville says we're not on TV in Martinsville. Okay, thanks for letting us know about that. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark Meridan.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Mark. Thank you.
Oh, okay, that's good. You hear about Ozzy Osbourne passing away?
At 76 years old, Ozzy Osbourne has died. I did hear about that this afternoon.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, what was that question you asked about checkers last night? And if I can ask, who asked about it?
Well, last night, that was a long time ago. Can I remember? Well, somebody was just wondering. Oh, somebody was wondering if Checkers was a franchise or just a locally owned store. And I said, I think Checkers is locally owned, right?
Yeah, it's locally owned, but it's another Checkers in New York. But I don't know if it's the same way as Checkers in Madison. But it's another Checkers in New York. But I don't know. I think it's locally owned. Just them.
I don't think the Checkers. I don't think your Checkers and the one in New York are involved with each other. I believe Checkers over there in Madison. I mean, it's been there a long time. I think that's owned by local people.
Yeah, they opened up in 1990, I think.
Yeah, so I don't believe that's a franchise.
Yeah, you was asking about prices or something last night or something.
Well,
Yeah, about prices or something.
Somebody's wondering what about prices at Checkers. I think the question was if you go in Checkers and eat a meal, what are you probably going to pay for it? I guess it depends on what you get.
Yeah, but I heard Mr. Pelham talking about a BLT. He's gonna get for $7. I got a menu right here. I think it's $4.25 at Checkers.
A BLT is $4.25 at Checkers instead of the $7 that they tried to get from Mr. Pelham. So that's a big difference.
Yeah. But they got them homegrown tomatoes. I think it's $2.49 a pound, and then at German Johnson is $3.99 a pound.
Yeah, those are
and then tomatoes up there.
A little more expensive. The German Johnson. Do they still have German Johnsons? Do you know? Have they sold out?
They still got them right now. I seen them today or yesterday. I seen them. I think it was today. I seen them.
Okay, well then everybody can be advised of that.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Mark. Good to hear from you. And as Mark pointed out, many of you will remember Ozzy Osbourne. Well, I mean, I guess everybody remembers him in one form or another. Many of you will remember Osbourne from his original band, Black Sabbath, and they made quite an impression back in the day. Ozzy Osbourne has passed away at the age of 76 today. This email says, "Hello, this is Pretty Man." That's how it begins. Normally, when an email starts that way, I just swipe the thing that sends it to the trash and don't bother reading it. But I'll read this one. "Hello, this is Pretty Man. I see that everybody is having fun snorkeling about my bad fortune that I am in last place with 9 points. Snorkeling? What? Maybe he means chortling. Anyway, everybody's snorkeling about my bad fortune in number 9. But here is what I have to say, and everyone should take. Everyone, he was trying to say take heed, I'm pretty sure, but he spelled heed H-E-A-D. So I'll just read what he wrote. Everyone should take heed to my words. Everyone should take heed to my words. I am Pretty Man, and I will prevail, P-R-I-V-A-L, prevail at the end of the day because of my superior gift of strategy and knowledge. And I will start this week by picking the winner of the race at the Indianapolis Raceway. And the winner of the race at the Indianapolis Raceway will be, I don't know what that says. I honestly don't know what that says. You're going to have to send me another email. Well, I never thought I would be in the position of asking Pretty Man to send another email, but you're going to have to. I don't know how you typed that or what happened, but I don't know what that says. So if you want me to write down your pick for Indy, you're going to have to send me an email and spell it, or give me the number, or give me something so I'll know what you're talking about. Because based on what you've written there, man, I just don't know. But we will, as you suggested. I'm sure that all of us will take heed to your words. My goodness. Hello, Ken. I don't understand what all the fussing is about. This is for the old Farmer's Almanac. I don't understand what all the fussing is about. I've been using the Farmer's Almanac all my life, and every time it's always right. If they say the wind is going to blow, it blows. And if they say it's going to be wet, then it's wet. It's scientifically proven to be a fact. And the evidence is right there wherever you buy your almanac at. Now, since 1972, I've had the same one. Since 1972, I've had the same one, and it works every time. That's why it's an encyclopedia almanac. One more question, Ken. Have you heard what they are going to do with the old Kepler's Creek farm? They had a Board of Zoning hearing about it a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't hear any more of it. Do you remember the galas they used to have out there in the 1950s? It was a historic place, and they don't need a new Walmart there. Well, I don't know what's going on with the Kepler's Creek farm. And I must confess, I don't remember the galas that they had out there back in the day. I don't remember that. Back in the 50s. Oh, well, I was just a mere child in the 50s. So I don't remember that. But as far as the zoning, I have not heard anything about whether they zoned it or rezoned it, or what they're going to do there. If somebody knows about that, somebody's got some information about the old Kepler's Creek farm and the zoning, let us know, because I don't know. And as far as the old farm goes, he's been using the same one since 1972, and it works every year. And I don't know what better testimony anybody could offer. I don't know what could possibly substantiate in here. This is where I'm getting in trouble again, I know, but I can't stop myself. I don't know what evidence anybody else would need as to the efficacy of the old Farmer's Almanac than the fact that this emailer has been using the same one for 53 years. And it's right every year. Thank you, emailer. Thank you. I think that's a very important point that someone needed to make. And obviously I wasn't making it very well. So I'm glad that you did. This emailer says, Ken, I see that the state of North Carolina is about to purge people from the voting rolls if they don't have either the last four digits of their social security number or their driver's license number on the registration. I'm not sure whether I do or not. How would I know if they purge me from the registration rolls? Would they have to let me know? And how would they let me know? Would they call me or send me one of those postcards? What should I do? Here's the first thing you ought to do. You ought to go to the North Carolina Board of Education, the North Carolina Board of Elections website. And I can't tell you exactly what the URL is, but you search for the North Carolina Board of Elections online, and you'll find their website. And on that website, they have a list of 103,000 registered voters in North Carolina. And these 103,000 registered voters do not have, apparently, on their registration forms, this particular information that they're talking about. So if you go there, look at it's in alphabetical order, see if your name is on the list. So that's what you need to do. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Ken.
Hey.
Let me have the 24.
Okay, Liberal has the 24 for Indianapolis. It's in the book.
All right, Ken. Enjoying the show.
Thanks.
And you have a nice weekend.
I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, have a nice weekend is what he said. All right, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. This one says, Ken, I was not surprised to hear that Ozzy Osbourne had passed away. I know that he had been sick for a while, and I know he canceled all his shows a few years ago and then said that he had retired from touring. I am old enough to remember when Black Sabbath was a new band. And I don't know what people these days think about them, but at the time they came out, they were completely different, completely new, and completely out of the ordinary, anything else that we heard. And I bought all of their albums and I played them until they wore out. Now, I have to say, I did not enjoy Ozzy as much in his later work. I just did not think it had the same quality as Black Sabbath has had. But that was a great band in its day, and he is one of the all-time greats in rock and roll. Not that he was a great singer. I'm not saying that. But as far as a performer and somebody who defined his genre, he was one of the greats. And I wish and pray that his family will be well. And goodbye and rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne, says the emailer. This one says, Ken, about the Old Farmer's Almanac. There you go again. About the Old Farmer's Almanac, did you know that it is different from the Farmer's Almanac? All right, we're getting into some arcane information here about the Old Farmer's Almanac. Did you know that the Old Farmer's Almanac is different from the Farmer's Almanac? I did know that. They're two different publications. If you buy the Farmer's Almanac, you're not getting the Old Farmer's Almanac. But, that's just the way it is. But then the emailer goes on. But, if you get the Old Farmer's Almanac and get the Farmer's Almanac, and I have done this, and you compare their forecasts one to the other, you find that their forecasts are eerily similar. They're not worded exactly the same, but basically they are the same forecast, whether it's the Old Farmer's Almanac or the Farmer's Almanac, which makes me wonder, do you think they both get their forecasts from the same place? And a further question, do you think that funding cuts for the National Weather Service will in any way degrade the quality of the forecast in the Old Farmer's Almanac and the Farmer's Almanac? Well, certainly that's an important question, one that needs to be asked, and I'm glad you brought it up. No, I don't anticipate that any changes of the National Weather Service will have any effect of any kind on the forecasts in the Old Farmer's Almanac and the Farmer's Almanac. I think those are pretty much going to be in separate realms. This emailer says about Ghislaine Maxwell and the Justice Department. Maxwell contacted them and stated what she knew to tell them, and she will spill the beans on all involved. She stated Trump was not on the list, but many highly up Democrats were, and leaders of countries, she said. Well, that would be interesting, except Pam Bondi told us that there is no list. Because I think everybody pretty much believes that there is a list, even though we can't see it. And even though Attorney General Bondi says the list does not exist, who knows? It'll all come out eventually. Maybe it'll come out sooner than later. We shall see. And that's all the time we have for Star Talk tonight. Let me remind you, I won't be here tomorrow night. We will not have a live show tomorrow night. So our next live show will be on Monday. And I hope you'll join us then. In fact, watch tomorrow night. It'll be a rerun, but it'll be a great, great show. There's no doubt about that. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Echols.